Hi everyone, so we're going to go ahead and get started here. It looks like we may have some more people pop on, so I'll kind of keep an eye on that, but you will be muted through the duration of this training. So today's training is, we're going to be going over how do you turn on that KW Smart Plan to help promote your app. Because really we are wanting to focus more on our consumer experience right now. So being able to utilize this tool in command is going to be really helpful for you guys. So the first thing we need to check on is, what does your consumer app look like for the settings? So you should all have that app on your phone. If you don't have that app on your phone or you're confused, please reach out to me so that way we can go over it in a one-on-one. But what I'm going to show you guys is how to access the settings within your app. So I came into the consumer section, and if I come into site and app settings, I'm going to click on that. You actually have a tab specific for your site and app settings. So if I come into URLs, let that load. All right, so it's loaded. So you have your app URL settings. So what this means is that everybody has a specific code that belongs to you. So you are able to send this code directly to your clients, consumers, friends, family, whoever that is. They're able to click that link, download your app, and it's your app. They don't have to do a bunch of steps to get you on their app. Now, let's say you sent the app to somebody years ago. Well, if you send them this link and their app has not updated, this will update their app to the most current version, which is what we were talking about now. So you can access that. I would save this to your phone, put it in your notes, save it as a contact, whatever you want to do. But it is easy to have it on your phone, so that way you can just text it straight to whoever you need it to go to. Okay. All right. Another section in here, if I come into the Learn More with Kelly guides. Okay. Let's say I want to come into the consumer settings, so that will take you into the app. Click continue. All right, so I'm going to click get started. So this is kind of like the website guide, but this is your app guide. So this just kind of takes you through the steps to make sure your app is set the way you want it to be set. So this is what they see whenever they come to download your app. Okay, it kind of gives you the preview. So if I click the arrow to app download, I get to decide what the hero text is going to say. So what it says at the top of the download page. So you can change this if you want to. Right now it says download your new home search app. Again, there's that URL. So if you need that, if you need to send it to somebody, save it to your phone, you can access that. So I get lots of questions about what's the difference between the app URL and the app text code. So the difference is really, one is easy, one is more difficult to use than the other. So they're actually the same thing. But if you were to send somebody the URL, they just click the link and it takes them straight to the App Store to download your app. If you do this option, you have to have them text this code to this number. Okay, you have to have them text this code to this number. So a little bit more steps they have to complete. I prefer just sending them the link, the URL, and it takes them straight to the App Store, but that's my preference. So I'm going to click Save and Continue. All right. Okay. Then we're in the guide builder. Okay, so this is where you're able to edit your buyer and seller guides within the app. So if I click on Setup, it's going to ask me, okay, which template do you want to work on? I'm going to go ahead and pick the buyer's guide, click Next. Title, there it goes. Title is just your timeline guide, so you can edit that if you want to, and then your message. So make sure, I've already come in here and fixed mine, but if you have never accessed this section, make sure you come in here and edit it, because if you don't, it's going to say a random name. So make sure you come in here and put I, or if you're a team, put we. So you can see that I've updated mine to say I, but if you don't come in here and update it, it's going to say Paul. Okay, so make sure you come in here, update the name. So make sure it says I or we, and you'll be good to go. So again, we're going to go into Next. All right, so now we're in the actual guide. Oh shoot. Okay, there we go. So I'm trying to move my face around so I can see my screen. Let me move it to the left here. Okay. So now we're in the guide builder. So you can come in here, sorry, I'm gonna go to next. Okay, so I can come in here, I can shift these around if I want to. Sorry, so I can shift these around if I want to, but they're really already in a good order. And if I click on the arrow, I'm able to actually edit these. So I can edit the title. So there's your title. I can edit the subtitle. There's your subtitle. And I can even edit the image. And so that image would replace this image right here. So this is really customizable for you. So if you have something specific you do for your buyers and sellers, come in here, update that, so that way it reflects you as the agent, okay? So if I come down here, just go to next, then I can update my seller's guide, same thing. Update your title if you want to, and then make sure in the message you're taking out the template name it puts in there. So it is putting the name Paul. Make sure you put I or we, and then you can go to next. Same thing, I can edit my steps. So you can edit the title, edit the subtitle, and then even edit the picture if you want to. And then I'm gonna go to next. All right, so you see we've got two guides here. And then I'm gonna go to next. All right, so this is where it's gonna be talking about promoting your App SmartPlan, okay? So it's just giving you an example of what the email is going to look like, all right? And then there is a text in there, all right? And then another text, but we'll be able to edit this in the actual Smart Plans, all right? So I'm just gonna click next, all right? And we're done in this section. So we're gonna exit out, and now I'm ready to go check out that Smart Plan section. All right, your Smart Plans are located in this application right here. So when I'm hovering over these, you do know what you're about to go into. So I'm gonna click Smart Plans. Let's see if anybody has joined us. No, all right. All right, so I do get questions about this. So right now I'm in my Smart Plans. So you're gonna notice I don't have anything over here. So I'll have people that'll call and say there's nothing in my Smart Plan section. But that's because I haven't added anything from the library into my Smart Plans. So you have two sections up here. You have my Smart Plans. So right now I don't have anything. But if I come into library, here are all of the templates you can choose from. So I can't start working on these until I have grabbed one and put it into my Smart Plans, okay? So today we're just gonna be talking about Promote My App, and that's the second line down. So there's the Promote My App. So just some general information about the Smart Plan. Level up your lead generation by launching this Smart Plan that puts your app in the hands of current and future clients, all right? So it's gonna tell you it's gonna run for, it has 5 steps. It's gonna run for 5 days and 3 touches. So that means you are going to touch them 3 different times, all right? So if I want to look at the steps, I can click View Steps, and it's gonna tell me what's going to happen during this Smart Plan. So there is some automation in this, and I'll kind of explain that. So all of the emails are automated, all right? So that means they're going to come from whatever email address you have chosen. If you don't know if you've chosen one, reach out to me and we'll look at that together, all right? So this will send an automated email. You can edit that if you want to, and we'll go in, we'll look at that here in a little bit. So one email is going to go out with information about your app and to download the app. Then a delay of 1 day is going to occur. And then the following day, they're going to get an automated or manual text message. So if I hover, it's going to give me an example. So here's the example it's giving you. So, hey, this is Alicia Youngblood with Keller Williams Realty Advantage. Did you see that a neighbor listed a home in your area? Download my brand new KW app to check it out. And then it includes the app URL for them to download. So the reason it gives you an automated and manual option is that right now there is a third-party vendor called Twilio, and Twilio is a bulk texting service. So what Twilio lets you do is that you are able to buy a number. So you're not actually using your personal cell phone number if you subscribe to Twilio. Twilio gives you a phone number. All right, so Twilio gives you a phone number. Or you can buy a 918 number. That's an option as well. So actually, Twilio is what is texting the text messages. So keep that in mind. You're not actually sending text messages from your personal cell phone. They will be coming from a different phone number. So really, Twilio is best for those. If you're going to do a lot of bulk texting, I would suggest Twilio. If you're not going to do a lot of bulk texting, I would just use manual texting. So on that second action, you'll be sending out a manual text message. And so it's giving you an example of what you could say. A 3-day delay is going to occur, and then they'll get one more action from you, and that is a second text message. So this example says, did you know that you can see all the cumulative stats about your neighborhood in my new app? Let me know what you think. And then the app URL is placed there again for them to download. All right, so those are the 3 steps. All right, so let's say, okay, I like it. I want to add it to my library. So to do that, I'm going to click Add My Smart Plan. And I'm just going to leave it that name, but you are able to add as many smart plans as you want to. So that is why it gives you that option to change the name if you want to, but I'm going to leave it as is. Category, right now you can't do anything right here. So your only option is to change that plan name for right now. So we're not going to be able to select groups or anything yet. And there's no trigger events yet. So I'm going to click Apply. And that's going to upload. All right, so you have successfully, you have successfully added the smart plan to My Smart Plans. So if I come back to My Smart Plans, there is that Promote My App, okay? So right now that I can see, I don't have any contacts attached to it. It is gonna run 5 days and 3 total touches. And then I have activated it, all right? So let's say I wanna come in and edit it before I add anybody to the smart plan. All right, so here is the smart plan. Now we are just using a template, so we're not going to be adding any days, taking anything away. We're just going to leave it as is. But I want to show you how you are able to edit, you know, if you want to add verbiage to your text message or whatever. So if I come down here, so here is the first event, or the first action plan, which is the email that's going to go out. See, okay, actually we're gonna come down here to the text messages. So it is going to ask you, if you don't have a Twilio account attached to it, you will need to attach that. If you don't have a Twilio account, what's gonna happen is that command on, after that first 1-day delay, you are gonna get a notification that says, hey Alicia, don't forget to text message these 5 people about your app, okay? So keep that in mind. If you do not have Twilio attached to this, it'll be up to you to send that manual text message, okay? But you are able to come into the smart plan, copy the text they provided for us, and then just use that, okay? So you're only able to edit text in here, obviously, if you have Twilio attached to it, so that way you control what's being sent out, okay? All right. So I can actually add contact straight from here as well. So if I click the add contact, okay, let's see, it wants us to save first. Okay, so here I can come in here and choose which contacts I want to add to this smart plan. So I just want to add all my people. Keep this in mind too. It's not going to pop up for me, but if you are an agent and you turn this on and you have 25 or more, I would definitely choose the option where it lets you stagger them out, because I promise you, if you don't have Twilio set up, you do not want to be texting 25 to 50 people or however many people you have in your contacts that same day, because you're going to get responses back, and I promise you, you don't want to be replying to 50 people in one day. So if you are turning this on for more than 25 people, I would definitely choose the option where it lets you stagger. So the smart plan will turn on, but it's only going to turn it on for, you know, 20 people this day, 20 people the next day, and so on. Hope that makes sense, but definitely don't turn it on for 500 people in one day. So I just have a few contacts, so I've chosen select all, and I'm going to click add to smart plan. All right, this is where it asks you where, if I want to start it now or if I want to start it on a following date. And then again, here's that stagger option. This used to not be turned on if you had a certain number of contacts, but it looks like it has turned this on for everybody, which is great. So if you are one of those people and you turn it on for 300 plus contacts, choose the stagger start over the next few days. So that way, you know, it's not being sent out to your entire database in one day. So let's say, you know what, I want this to go out to 10 people. Whoops, well, let me type 10 people each day and let it stagger out that way. Okay, click confirm. It's going to say, hey, Alicia, if you have a Twilio account set up, all SMS messages will be automatically sent from your Twilio number. So since I don't, I will just get a notification saying, hey, Alicia, you need to manually text these people today. Okay, I'm going to click confirm. All right, contacts have successfully been added. Let me save this before I get out. So we're going to go back. All right, so let me refresh this page. All right, we're still not seeing the contacts there, but I know they're there. So just know there's going to be a little bit of a lag whenever you're in here turning on your smart plans. So we'll go back and check that here in a second. But I can also click this arrow down, and it's going to show me, again, the steps with the smart plan. Okay. Okay, so when I was telling you guys about if you don't have Twilio set up, that means you will have to do the manual text messages yourself, and you will get notifications from Command and Kelly telling you, hey, Alicia, you need to text these people today. So those notifications slash tasks are going to be on your home page. Let me pull up your home page. And they're also going to be in your task management system. So nothing is here yet because the smart plan is just getting turned on. And remember, that first step is going to be the email. Okay, so that's automated. I don't have to do anything. So one day is going to go by, and then the following day is when I'm going to get notified that I need to manually text these people, and I need to send them a text message about my app. And remember, we want to come from a place of contribution and value. So don't just text them, hey, I've got a great app, download it. Don't do that. I want you to text the app out, give them something of value, something that they'll go on your app and say, wow, this is amazing, or wow, I have this app, but that app doesn't do what this app does. So give them some explanation behind your app, or if you use the app, tell them something great about it. Tell them something that you like using it for. And I promise that's going to go a lot longer way than just saying, hey, I've got an app, download it. So give them some value. So let me see who is in here. Looks like I'm the only one. Okay, that's okay though, because you guys are going to be able to watch this back and apply it whenever you're ready. So I'm going to end it at that. So if you've made it all the way to the end, thank you. And I want you guys to know that I am available for one-on-ones. So if it's command related or anything, you know, even your database, because remember, you cannot really use this until your database is in command. So contacts have to be uploaded in here before the smart plans will work for you. So hope that was helpful, and I'll see you guys next time.